Yeah. Yeah, but I guess that and Overgrowth, the reason why they were so memorable was nowadays we're so used to two-player maps, but back then they were like the only ones.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that is enough about that. Now we are on to this. We are continuing our best of three semifinals where we have confirmation. ByuN is currently up 1-0 in our pre-finals. No, that's why it's called semifinals. Never mind. In the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner of Inside Out Pixar, we have a blue Protoss player coming out from the land of Taiwan. He, of course, is going to be representing Good Game Gaming. He is nice.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside Out ESL, we have the South Korean Terran player himself representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. Currently up 1-0. And yeah, these maps still fresh, still new. Again, one of the big things that we pointed out about this map is the kind of awkward wall and the awkward positioning of this tower kind of makes SimCity a little bit weird here. Especially Protoss players have to get used to attempting to wall off here.
Yeah. But I guess for now, it's not necessarily something Nice has to worry about because it is a PvT.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And ByuN is doing very ByuN things so far. Oh god, I miss him. It's been a week since we've, actually just under a week since we've casted ByuN, but we were talking about how he has become reformed. You know, maybe 3-4 months ago, ByuN every single PvT would more often than not even have the racks at home, but now it's more rare to see it outside of his main.
Yeah, you got an interesting evolution for ByuN where he used to proxy the barracks every single TvP. Then he would fake out a proxy every single TvP. No, he doesn't, pretty much. Still going for a 2-racks though, which is not that standard.
Yeah, a very aggressive opening here by ByuN going for that second racks back at home. Meanwhile, Nice hasn't been able to scout yet. He's moving out with his first adept. His goal here is to sneak into the main base. It's going to be ByuN's goal to deny that scout.
Which, with all of these Marines, he should be able to do, especially if he's, closing off his wall. 3-racks, actually. Finally have confirmation here coming out from ByuN.
Yeah, it is going to be that 3-racks. So this is a little bit of a tell, the fact that we do have 4 Marines here on the front line. But again, it could be a 2-on-1 for all Nice knows. So he's still a little bit in the dark. He still hasn't really been able to figure out what exactly is coming his way.
Point is, he's got to defend.
Oh yeah, he needs to defend and he needs to scout. He did go for a Stargate opener, so we are going to be seeing an Oracle coming across the map to eventually scout. But this also means that he won't have Blinkstalkers to work with.
Yeah. At least not for quite a while, so I'm really going to be able to pick off reinforcements or apply much pressure onto ByuN. That's something you definitely want to be doing when you're up against the 3-racks,
Definitely, you want to try and slow it down. Meanwhile, here we go. The Oracle is on route, and with this Oracle, Nice should be able to get into the main base. He should be able to see everything. That's a lot of Marines that are being banked up, and oh my god, they're going to have to be forced to reveal themselves here. We have 3 Adepts.
The 3 Adepts do a ton of damage, not just against these Marines, but also against the SCVs. You can already see ByuN's mineral count basically cut in half just because of the aftermath of that opening here, or of that harass coming out from Nice.
I am shocked, by the way. I'm shocked.
Shooketh.
I'm shocked because 1 SCV died.
Yeah.
Like, we had some hyper aggression there from Nice with 3 Adepts and an Oracle, and because the SCV micro was so damn good there by ByuN, and the target fire not so much from Nice, like 0 economic damage was done. At least Nice does get a scout off, but like, was it really worth it? I mean, maybe, because he comes back in and he gets another SCV, I guess.
I mean, considering it is a 3-racks opening from ByuN, I'd say it's worth it well, I would say it's about even, right? Because he does slow down or weaken the push a little bit, even though he's not able to get much economic damage. So, yeah, as long as his follow-up defense is good enough to prevent these Marines from getting much damage done, and it should be. We have a shield battery, we have energy for overcharge. Yeah, I would say it was just about Nice was able to break even there.
Yeah, unfortunately, ByuN has the map control. Because of the opener, I'm sure Nice would have loved to have been active on the map and, like, pick away and blink micros to his heart's content, but because the Twilight Council was delayed, Nice for the most part was stuck here at home. Finally, Blink is finishing up, so he now has the confidence to move out and to pick away at these Marines. But for a while there, you know, his third was looking a little bit vulnerable. ByuN doesn't commit though, he turns around, he comes back home.
Yeah, he knows he's not going to be able to break Nice with this build, now that it is a little bit weakened. So he is just building up for round 2, this time involving Medivacs and Marauders. We do have a proxy being set up by Nice though.
Yeah, we do have this pylon, this gateway, so Nice can reinforce across the map. We do have a tag on the army as well. Because of the 3 racks opener, ByuN doesn't have any tanks, he doesn't have any Widow Mines either. There is no anchor point, he only has ByuN, and he's being greedy because he actually didn't throw down a bunker on the low ground at the natural.
Very surprising here, especially since he knows that he's going to be delaying his own tank production. He's banking everything on being able to stim and get on top of these Blink Stalkers.
Yeah.
Which he may.
Again, very greedy play here for ByuN to not throw down a bunker. Because of that, we've seen so many Marines already die this game. 12 Marines have been picked off, and that's just going to keep on going. Oh my god, he does force a bit of a stim.
But it's stim that he doesn't really want to deal with right now. As ByuN is sitting with everything he's got. He's got +1, he's got stim, combat shield, concussive shell on the way as well. Everything starting to be rallied across the map. And I'm not convinced Nice has what it takes to stall this. He's going to get charge pretty soon, which is good, but what's his anchor point?
Yeah, that is the question here, as we do see Nice trying to intercept any kind of drop, but he misses the drop just barely. He will set up to force field here at this narrow choke point, which is great, but the drop does go unscouted.
Now it's finally revealed, but it does seem a little bit too late. Forge is going to be taken out, so +1 being delayed. It's actually pretty massive right now. But yeah. Nice. ByuN just going to be on the up and up when it comes to the upgrades.
Oh my god. ByuN even just turned around and he just fought straight up with those Stalkers. In the end, he picked off 8 Stalkers. 2 of them were taken out earlier, to be fair, but that trade honestly wasn't too bad, especially because that was a drop full of Marines, not so much Marauders.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe if there were a couple of Marauders, then ByuN could have decisively won that engagement, but regardless, he still came up on top in that interaction. He's starting his expansion now, and he's matching the expansions of Nice, which is terrifying in a PvT.
Yeah, usually the Protoss player is ahead in expansions, is ahead in workers, but Nice is still stuck on 3 bases. Decent force fields here, does pick up a couple of those Marauders, completely cutting up that army.
Yeah, it's been chopped in half right now. Mines desperately want to burrow, but they're just unable to. Sentries finally get taken out, though. And ByuN doesn't really have much to worry about on the other side of the map. However, back at home, we do have a little bit of a run by ByuN, pulling a couple of boys. Pulling a lot of boys and losing a lot of boys as well.
Yeah, Zealots even hit the 3rd base as well. ByuN showed up a little bit premature. Nice is just completely eviscerating the economy of ByuN. At the same time, he is across the map. He's honestly getting pretty all in here. He has to deal some damage. A couple of probes are getting picked off, but is this really going to be enough?
I highly doubt it. ByuN going for a bit of multi-prong. That's kind of working out for him. He's picking off a couple of probes, but like you said, he's going to need to do more than that. He's going to need to pull the boys.
Yeah, exactly. His Marine count is in shambles. He is ahead in upgrades, so his quality of army is better. He just doesn't have the quantity. He's forced to turn around and go back home. Nice up in workers. He's looking to take that 4th base. ByuN has to just calm down a little bit and recover back at home.
Yeah, honestly, he's still looking very impressive when it comes to the army supply, and he is behind in the worker count, but not by much, especially with mules. So he just needs to take stock, regroup, and get ready for round 3.
Yeah, and that's why we see him setting up here defensively back at home. We even have a sensor tower on the way to be ready for any of these run-bys. Again, all of these run-bys are possible because of this proxy gateway. Nice has just been reinforcing across the map and sneaking behind the back lines. ByuN still hasn't seen it.
He will, at the very least, see a couple of run-bys as they come in, but yeah, he's not really able to shut down the run-bys and nip them in the bud before they actually land.
Meanwhile, decent scout there by Nice. He actually confirms the worker count at the third base, so he knows, okay, ByuN has been rebuilding SCVs. That means, you know, he isn't, again, I haven't forced his hand or anything like that. I just have to defend against this big push. Very little splash damage available for Nice. He's going for that Swarm Toss style, going for Zealots and Stalkers.
And he's setting up a very massive surround right now, but there are already Widow Mines here to try to deal with the charge lots. Not all of them are burnt, though, but a lot of them do connect regardless.
Yeah, nice Somerset micro here. All the Zealots go down. With the death of the Zealots, there's just not enough buffer here for Nice. There's just not enough.
Archon immediately gets targeted down. The Stalkers, or the Zealots rather, fall behind them as well. And the Stalkers aren't far off. GG is called. ByuN takes that series 2-0, and we are getting a very familiar finals now.
GG, a very nice anti-timing there. I don't know if you noticed, but 1-1 finished for Nice as he GG'd.
Yeah.
Like the death of that Forge earlier, as you said, really does impact specifically Swarm Toss. When you're not relying on these high impact units like the Colossus or the Disruptor, when you're relying on your Gateway army, upgrades are so important to you. And for that to be denied, like that was massive for ByuN.
Absolutely. Especially since you are going for a Swarm Toss style like that, you know, you don't, like you mentioned it, he didn't have the splash damage that you kind of need deal against Terran Bio like that. So if you're not gonna go for Colossus or Disruptors, then you need to make sure that your gateway units are of the top primo molto bene kind of quality that you can
Italian.
Italia. See. You need the full cappuccino quality of your gateway units.
What are you saying?
You need the primo gateway.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Unleaded,
you need the primo zealots, you know? Yeah. You're gonna get that unleaded gas in your Archons. You need to get the what's it called? The prosciutto of your stalkers.
The bruschetta.
You know, and, the bruschetta. Melt the mozzarella and whatnot. You know, you need to get the primo stuff. And Nice just didn't. He had more like the deli version.
Yeah, yeah. The on sale, you know, 1 day from expiry stuff. Yeah. Oh god. GG, well played. What the hell are we on about, Yaku? Oh,
I slept for like 2.5 hours.
It's all good, man. I'm also tired as well. We can get some rest after this tournament. But yeah, GG, well played there. To ByuN, he's gonna move on to this grand finals. Hopefully warmed up here when it comes to the TvP. But more importantly, I'm curious to see what the videos are gonna be, what maps we're gonna end up on. We ourselves have not casted Moondance yet.
Yeah, I hope we get Moondance. I hope we get Tropical Sacrifice again, so I can, you know, show the moopies that I saw that earlier on that you know there was action happening, so I wasn't able to show them off.